Today we're here with Nathan Hansen, the CEO of Robix Environmental Technologies. Welcome, Nathan.
Thanks very much. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So for the benefit of new viewers, can you give us an overview of Robix? What is the company involved in and what kind of products do you have?
Robix is an environmental technologies provider. We have three basic product lines. Two of them are lifting oil off the surface of water, and the other one is a three-stage water cleaning technology. So together they provide the oil-water separation.
Okay, so cleanup and oil spill recovery.
That's correct, yes, and also in produced water from oil field production.
So what is the nature of your business? Do you lease the equipment, or do you sell the equipment, or how does that work?
Yeah, our business model is all based on the lease of our equipment to existing partnerships that operate in various jurisdictions globally.
So can you give our viewers an update on what you've accomplished in the last 3 months?
And it's been a long struggle, but we are now at that inflection point where there is customer buy-in from other countries. In the Canadian market, there's some very key situations that will give us immediate cash flow and revenue. So we're quite excited about those things.
So your company recently formed an acquisition with Formation Fluids. What are the synergies between the two companies?
The technology they have is the final stage of what oil-water separation is about. Once you've taken the oil off and dried it for recycling to the marketplace, you then have water that you need to clean. And to get that water into standard of regulatory standards in Alberta, for instance, which are very high, that water needs to be cleaned. And using this three-stage technology, it was an absolute perfect fit for Robix.
So the Saskatchewan River oil spill continues to make the news. Can you tell us about Robix's participation in this?
I sure can. It was very minimal. Our equipment is not ready and built and available for the inland Canadian market for rivers and lakes yet. But where we were able to bring a co-marketing product, a product called the Canadian Floating Fence, or X-Boom by trade name, we were able to bring it there and demonstrate its efficacy. And that was a big leg up in the change of attitude toward mechanical recovery and away from chemical reaction to oil spill in Canada.
We understand that Robix is environmentally conscious. What do you do that's different than your competitors in this respect?
Good question. Where most of the industry is a chemical surfactant or dispersant reaction to an oil spill, our equipment recovers that oil. So it's sensitive to the environment, and the equipment that we use basically is available in the marketplace. It does not use the traditional chemical methods.
The government just recently announced Canada's Ocean Protection Plan. How does this benefit or affect Robix?
Interesting timing for all of this is because the Canadian government really would like to promote pipelines in Canada, and in order to do so, they have to set themselves apart with a high standard for oil spill recovery. That helps us in our lobbying efforts. That helps us to access markets where we wouldn't be able to financially as well, because the support for the ongoing efforts to advance the pipelines is also support for our oil spill response.
So what is it that investors have to look forward to from Robix over the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, on a near-term basis, we're very excited about two things that are going on in the Alberta market, and that will benefit us very much so in the relationships between industry, the customer base, and the capital markets. The second thing is our Mexico operations are very, very close to coming to fruition.
Thank you, Nathan. We'll look forward to the pending news that you referred to earlier.
Thanks very much for having me. Enjoyed it.
And for more information on Robix, be sure to visit their investor hub on smallcappower.com.